Ah, we got a new computer today this week, folks. A second job for us, Chris. And I forgot all about that. You know, ADHD brain, object permanent. I forgot all about that. But here we are, trying to get everything set up to work for me. We can make it do the thing. So today is a little bit of a scramble compared to how it used to be or should be. Start making it work, making it work, making it work. All right, all right. A little bit of a mad dash to get it all set up there, but we did it. We got it. We going here. We got the TikTok live. We got the YouTube live, and it's time for the introduction. Hi, everybody. My name is Mr. Ryan. I am the yinzselves. We are here for the Mindfulness Power Hour episode 18. I cannot believe that I have sat here sometimes in this office for 18 episodes of the Mindfulness Power Hour. As somebody who struggles with follow through, struggles with having great ideas, but never doing anything about it, right? And, you know, never working without follow through, right? It's pretty awesome to me that I've been able to be here doing this for 18 episodes at this point. That is pretty cool, man. Uh, so thank you guys for joining here live. Always remember there is a replay live, not live. There is a replay available always on the YouTube. I try to make sure we keep those replays available so you keep your wellness on wherever you are, whenever you are, right? Uh, I think it's a really important thing to have people's flexibility like that, right? So here we are, 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving, right? As I keep noting, this is kind of becoming my video log, my video journey of my progress, my world, what I'm up to, what I'm doing, right? As I've been beginning to try to figure out in terms of marketing and promotion. This is for people that are burnt out on life, that are over this world's bullshit, that are really stressed out and struggling with where things are and how things are going. This stream is for anybody and everybody who feels that the walls are closing in on them. The life is just being too goddamn lifey, too goddamn worky, too fucking peoply, right? This stream is for anybody and everybody out there who needs to get some self care on, right? Who is down to talk about their mental health, who is down to share their struggles, their gains, their victories, their losses, right? This is my challenge to each and every single one of yins out there to take that time in for yourself, right? To develop that mindfulness skill. Okay? Because mindfulness is not what you do, it's how you do something. Right? It's how you eat your food, it's how you drive your car, it's how you listen to your music. Right? It's working hard to block those intrusive thoughts and not letting them win. Right? Not letting them take us out of the here and now and worrying about some bullshit that may or may not really right? In this chaotic, crazy, topsy-turvy, mixed-up world that we live in, we are on constant assault, constant threat. There's crazy shit going on all over the place, causing all kinds of problems. It's so important to take that time out for ourselves, to take that time in for our mental health, right? And that's what this hour is about, right? It's getting people to focus on their mental health, to realize how zombified they are in today's world, to realize how stuck they are and how they can just go through the motions and not really live their life, right? We don't want to be fucking NPCs, right? We want that main character fucking energy. And that's what this is about, right? It's challenging and encouraging people to take their mental health seriously and do something bad, right? So that's where I keep showing up each and every week. The hope is as I continue to go and learn and grow, this will transform from the mindfulness amateur hour, as I like to call it, into a full blown podcast, into a full blown YouTube series that actually has people watching it and showing up, right? But it's a work in progress, right? You got to keep showing up. You got to keep getting the reps in, or else it'll never happen. It'll never work out, right? And that's what we're doing here, right? The biggest thing this hour does for me, is it helps me get them reps, right? It may not always be very apparent, but one of the things I struggle with in life uh, is public speaking, right? Is public speaking, is speaking in front of a crowd, right? Oftentimes I sit around all day, all week, thinking about what I want to say here, what I want to do, on all those things. And then we get to this moment and the camera goes on and it's like, bring goes her! And everything just flies away and leaves, right? It's very, very interesting how that works for me. But that's what this is about for me, right? That's my mindfulness. That's my challenge for this hour, is to push myself into that realm of uncomfortability, right? Is to lead the meditation, lead that brain humming, you know, lead the grounding exercises, really challenge myself to teach people these skills that I'm so fond of and I find so important to survive in our daily life in this world, right? So, first things first, right? We gotta start on the first things. And if you've never been here before, or you're watching for the first time on the replay, one of the first things that we love to talk about here that I find is so important, right, is our self care. Right? It's so important to talk about our self care. What are we doing for our self care? What kind of fun are we getting into? Um, what kind of good things are happening in our life, right? We need to talk about the good. We spend so much time focused on the bullshit and the bad and the pain and the misery and all that stuff. I don't want that, right? We gotta focus on the good. We need that good in our life. And since I last saw you guys last Thursday, there has been a lot of good, a lot of good, man. I had myself one hell of a freaking weekend. Uh, it was pretty impressive. Right? As I said last week, I had won my local election. Right? So come January 2026, I will be an official member of the Plum Borough Council. Right? On top of that, Jesus, the only one of the new guys with any experience, I get to be council president. Right? Right? Me, this punk rock hippie metalhead, right? I get to be in charge of Plum Borough, in a way. That's not literally true, but it's definitely pretty close. So that is just spectacular. Right? That is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. And what's funny is the way the brain works and how it goes burr. I'm actively trying to think back to everything that I did last week. I swear there was something. I think it on my phone. Oh, okay, I remember now. I don't know. Did that disappear? Did that go away? I don't know. Did anybody watch? Sorry, I was talking to the So last week, quite a weekend, man, and I think it all counts as self care. Right? It was all fun things to do, all very enjoyable. Friday, I got to do a father daughter square dance. Um, and for my daughter's Girl Scouts troop, right? That was really cool. That was a lot of fun, right? They had some amazing delicious cookies, right? Got to do some line dancing. And again, because of the borough win, right, in the council election, I got a lot of congratulations, Mr. Wayne, congratulations, Mr. Wayne. Like, and then for good what, and they were the right guy, you know? That was definitely very interesting, kind of feeling like a local celebrity almost, you know? I think the most adorable part was my daughter kept getting frustrated because the adults keep coming to talk to me about stuff, right? And she's like, no, no adult stuff. Stop talking to the other adults. And she just kind of dragged it. It was a good time, especially for the parent of a 10-year-old, 10-year-old little girl. We don't read bedtime stories anymore. We don't watch hang out and watch movies anymore together all the time like we used to. I get home from work, albeit I'm getting home a little later than I want to a lot of days, but get home late from work, getting run up, oh, Jay! Getting excited like that, and I'm like, and it happened. Uh, so it's different, right? It's just a different relationship as they get older. So to still have that opportunity to do something like a Girl Scout father-daughter dance together, she still wants to do something like that with me, that we still have the opportunity to do something like that. It's pretty special. I definitely appreciate every moment that me and her get to hang out and do fun things. So Friday night was all kinds of self-care. Right? That was pretty awesome. And, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank again. Told you, man. I've been joking that I am turning this thing into turning this into a morning show. By the time I get here in the evening, the brain is gone. I have no idea what's going on. I don't talk about the things I want to talk about. It is just a struggle. So yeah, that is the thing. We will keep working on stuff. So Saturday, just again another great day self care. Right, my daughter and my wife went to go get her hair cut and color like we promised her for her birthday. That's to ask my own devices. So of course, we started working on cleaning up my daughter's room. Definitely made some real headway there and made some progress there, and that was awesome. Right, off the to-do list. And then we went and told my wife and my two kids, and we went and got new phones for them. Right, including my youngest getting her whole new first phone ever. So that was pretty cool seeing the joy in my wife's face, my kids' face. My wife's phone had been struggling for a while. Definitely time for an update, mate. So that was great, right? Lots of joy there. Lots of money, though. That part sucked. But seeing their faces light up, knowing how happy they were, knowing, especially for my wife, the lack of frustration, right, that she's really going to be able to enjoy using her phone now, right? I think that is pretty cool. Uh, so then went home, rested a little bit, I took a little nappy nap, did more work, and then I got to go to that amazing venue, Preserving Underground in New Kensington, PA. If you're ever in the city of Pittsburgh and you're a hardcore or a metal or a punk rock fan, you really need to make your way to Preserving Underground in New Jersey. Not only is it an amazing concert venue in an old church, they have an amazing record store, an amazing vinyl collection. It's just incredible. It's so much fun. I absolutely adore it. Very much enjoy it. They hold the records at the counter when you go to the show, right? So you can show up early, get a little record shopping, buy some stuff, uh, and then when you're ready to check out, give it to the dude, and then go hang out at the show, go mosh, go skank, go do all that, and then go back and pick up your records when it's time to go. Right? It's an amazing venue. I still have the bracelet on my hand because I'm that kind of guy. And it literally says here, "You may die," right? And it's on the wall when you walk in. You may die here. Right? How metal is that? Right? How punk rock is that? Right? It's awesome. I absolutely love it. It is so cool. Uh, so the reason I was at Preserving Underground was two awesome legendary punk rock bands, the Queers and Black Flag. They two absolute classic, legendary punk rock bands. It's incredible stuff. Right? Uh, And what was interesting for me is the leaders of both bands. There was one original member for both bands, and there was one original member from those bands that was like in the 60s and 70s, right? Just an old, crusty, drug addict, punk fucking rocker, right? Um, so the Queers opened, and then it was Black Flag. And I tell you what, both bands brought it. Both bands were incredible. So much energy. The crowd was into it. Right? Everybody's ranting and raving and chanting and cheering and all that. It was really cool. It was really, 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 really was. Uh, Watching the mosh pit do their thing, right? Shoulder blocking, circle pitting, skanking. That was incredible, right? I think the funniest, most enjoyable time for me was there was an older gentleman that was along the edge of the pit, right? And along the edge of the circle. And at some point in time, one of the people in the mosh pit came his direction, smacked the beer out of his hand, and he was not happy about it. He was not happy. Not happy. Takes his beer, picks it up, tugs what he can, spikes it on the ground. There's beer everywhere, right? And then he's headhunted, right? He apparently saw the monster that did it and was looking for blood like the rest of the show. It was incredible. It was just incredible because it's a freaking mosh pit. You're on the edge of it. People are gonna bump you. People are gonna run into you. It's a mosh pit, man. People are moving. If you don't want to get hit like that, get to the fucking back, right? That just cracked me up. I couldn't believe it. That's how it was, right? That he got that upset about getting a beer knocked out of his hand. He's the one standing on the edge of the pit. Yeah, come on. They will think, right? That was during the Clears. Black Flag came on, tore it up, so good, so good. Just classic punk rock, that guitar. It was absolutely a blast. I got to go with my one friend. I don't get to see all that often because he works a shit ton, only off on the weekends when I'm usually busy with family stuff. But we really like that punk rock, hardcore metal shit. Like, we really, really do. And he lives 20 minutes away from like the other side of Preserving Underground. It's a great place for us to meet. That was awesome self care, right? Hanging out with my buddy, hanging out with somebody like that. I don't get to see all of them. We've been friends for almost 20 years now. It's so awesome, right, to make those investments in friendships and to do that, right? Really do. Uh, and right, you think this 38-old hippie man is all done at that point, right? Waking up and early as shit in the morning, cleaning all day, going to Verizon, going out to lunch. Didn't really get a nap in, going to the metal show, right? We had pizza at this place in Newcan. It was great. They had like this bar, right? And entrance of the bar is here. It goes this way, right? And at the back of the bar, there was the entrance to a pizza shop. So the pizza shop and the bar are like connected like that. So you order at the bar, you get your pizza from the shop, but there's tables to sit at. Awesome idea, right? Awesome idea. Uh, and then I did Black Flag and the Queers, right? The Queers started at 7 o'clock, pretty sharp. There was like a 20-minute break in between bands, and then Black Flag took a 20-minute break. That shit was over a little after 10. You know what I mean? That's about 3.5 hours of fucking punk rock, right? Fucking punk rock. It's cool shit. It's fucking awesome. You think maybe this 38-year-old dude would be done at that point. But you think wrong. uh, so after 3.5 hours of awesome punk rock music, I hopped in my whip, drove down from New Kensington, if you're anywhere in Pittsburgh, I drove down from New Kensington to Lawrenceville, otherwise known as Larryville. I went there to the Thunderbird Cafe to see a gentleman called Keller Williams. If you don't know who Keller Williams is, he is a mad guitar lupus, which means he stands on stage with a bunch of different instruments. He'll play one, record some shit, play another one, record some shit, play another one, record some shit, and then boom, fucking song. It's crazy. It's a mastery in musicianship, all kinds of different instruments, but it's pretty much this dude on stage playing with. right? That's pretty much what it is. It's fucking great. It's a way different kind of vibe, right? It's a way different kind of vibe, and it was awesome, right? Instead of getting in the mosh pits and things like that, I was dancing the fool, right? I got there early enough because it was technically the Killer Show was the Boogie Strings after party. So because the punk rock ended so early, I got there early enough that I got to sit down. I got to sit down for about half hour, 45 minutes until Keller came on. And then I got to boogie away at Keller, who was also doing two sets, right? So technically on Saturday, I saw five sets of live music. Talk about self care, right? Talk about healing the soul, letting the musical vibrations wash over you, recharging that energy levels and all that, right? Being able to hang out with one of my oldest friends at the punk rock show, right, at Black Flag, and going to Keller Williams and hanging out with a different bunch of really old friends, right? It was awesome. It was so awesome. Really, 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 really was. The Saturday was just spectacular, absolutely enjoyable. All kinds of self care going on there, right? It was great, absolutely great. Um, and then on Sunday, Sunday, Sunday was day with the wife. Sunday we went down and saw a play called Hell's Kitchen, which I automatically thought was a Gordon Ramsay play. Right? I thought I was going to walk in, there was going to be some dude shouting and yelling and throwing at people, and that was going to be what it is. Right? Nope. uh, Hell's Kitchen is actually an Alicia Keys play. It's a semi-autobiographical story of her life, right? So I walk in and immediately see what's on stage and go, this is not a Gordon Ramsay fucking play. Something else is going on here. Right? And what it turned out to be was this incredible story between a mother and her daughter. And growing up in a rougher neighborhood where we're scared to have our kids outside, and the mother, wasn't the best teenager. Right? She got pregnant with that daughter at 17. That relationship did not work out. So, a little extra, right? A little bit of a helicopter. And then, of course, you got the teenager who's a fucking teenager, man. She's just out of this world with some of the things that she's doing and saying. I think they represented both the mom and the parent, the mom and the parent. The mom and the teenager so well. I just thought it was so beautifully done. And it's down at the Benham Center. I'm with my wife, right? The place is just beautiful. Again, just self care. So much self care. It was just a phenomenal play. It was so good. I think I'm going to do a standalone video just talking about how awesome Hell's Kitchen was. And because me and my wife are a member of the Broadway series, my hope is that maybe I'll do more features, right? Because so far, we're back two for two. They're just, I love musicals. I love going to see the live theater. And really, the juxtaposition, like looking at everything I got done this week, right? Father-daughter, Girl Scout square dance on Friday night, right? The Queers and Black Flag, fucking legendary punk rock on Saturday. With Heather Williams is the nightcap, right? It's the after show, right? And then going downtown and seeing Hell's Kitchen, the musical, the Alicia Keys semi-auto with my wife, like just such different, varied experiences. Right? One of them, I'm out with my community. I'm being congratulated for winning my election, hanging out with my daughter. Next night, I'm at a punk mosh pit, hanging out with my buddy, going punk rock. And then I'm dancing at Kelly Williams with another set of friends. And then I'm going to the fancy ass Benetton with all these really cool old people and watching this very urban, very black play. It's just fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. And it really led to this point that I really wanted to try to make here today. I think I'm going to work to expand upon it maybe its own standalone video. Right? I talk a lot with my clients about cultural trauma. Right? things that are going on in their life, things that are going on in the world and the family that affect them, right? Maybe not directly, but definitely indirectly. There's a lot of cultural trauma in today's world. There's the living wages, the lack of health care, and we can go on and on. But we're not supposed to think about that shit right now, right? It's mindfulness power hour. We're supposed to put all that cultural trauma bullshit out to the pasture, and we'll do that when we're done. So, what is the opposite of cultural trauma, right? Cultural strength, right? Cultural strength, the good things about different cultures, the positive traits they exemplify. They do exist, right? Everything, I would say everything, but most things everywhere, has good, has bad, has pros, has cons, right? There's not a lot of things that are one size fits all. Uh, so this whole weekend and experiencing all these different cultures, right? All these different networks, different kinds of people and kinds of music and kinds of entertainment, right? From line dancing to punk rock to an urban musical. It really got me thinking about cultural strength, things that are going on in our communities, in our world, and in our families that help build us up better, that help make us a better person. Um, they are a thing. We do have a lot of cultural strength out there. And what I really think is that the more cultures that you interact with, right, the more kinds of different people that you talk to, that you share things with, right, that you share life with, I think that stuff is so important, right? Absolutely important. Uh, I think it's so important. Uh, right? I think we all need to do more to step outside our culture, step outside our little small world, and experience the world that's out there. I think it is absolutely so important. I think embracing cultural strength and experiencing things in different ways really helps us be a well-rounded individual. In today's world, man, we got a lot of mixed cultures. Right? I think it's a very important thing. So yeah, and a lot of self care going on, right? A lot of self care going on. Uh, Especially over the weekend, man. And I got 3 out of the 4 days in my workout routine last week. That was fucking important. Right? That was really good. I've got only 1 day in so far, but it's been a long week. Oh yeah, I got 2 more days. I got 2 more days. Oh shit! I got some work to do this weekend. Um, I didn't realize I only got 1 day in so far. I kind of stopped me in my tracks right there. But doing good with the workouts, doing good with the meditation. I dusted some shelves today, which I think is one of those hilarious ADHD stories. Right? Dusting my shelf is one of those things, one of those tasks. A lot of steps, a lot of moving parts. Got to pull it down, put it over here, wipe the knickknacks down, wipe the shelf down, put all the knickknacks. It's a lot. Right? It's a lot, especially for an ADHD brain. So then, it was real cool. Uh, I woke up this morning nervous because of a meeting thing I had going on. And when I get nervous or angry, I like to clean. Right? That's really my thing. I like to clean. When I get that way, when I get anxious, right, it's kind of my coping skills cleaning. Uh, so I put on a record, start cleaning. Clean up 2 of the shelves, right, 2 and got all the knickknacks, got it all done. Something I've been putting off for months at this point, and it barely took me half a vinyl. Half the side of a vinyl, right? It barely took me 5, 10 minutes. So it gives me a lot of confidence for the next one. Right? I still got 2 more of them to do. So hopefully, in terms of self care, I'll be able to take care of that next week. Right? And I think the last thing I want to talk about in terms of self care before we get to tonight's cooking skill demonstration um, is that I had a meeting today. I don't want to give out too many details because I'm still going to make sure it's still all happening. But I had a meeting today with a person in my local community, and it looks like we're going to be doing a 3-part mental wellness workshop kind of thing. And then as long as that goes well, We're gonna after that three-part series, then we're gonna do a bi-weekly mindfulness sound bath. So somebody who's talked about this right here is mindfulness power, really serving as a way for me to get this right, a way for me to perfect my presentation, to get used to being in the spotlight and talking to the public, to get used to figuring out how to talk about it, how to teach these things to people. Well, it seems like it's all coming to fruition, right? That because of the confidence that I'm gaining from here, right, I was able to pitch what I wanted to do to them. They said yes. And now I get the opportunity to do a whole bunch of workshops right in my own community, right with the people that I love and care for. Um, and I get to do it. I get to do it, right? I get to do my workshop. It's what I've been wanting, what I've been talking about for a while now, right? I'm so excited. I'm so unbelievably excited. What I really like to do is kind of continue to do this some purpose, right? Because I am so busy doing the therapist role and all that, and this is not my full-time gig, not even close. I'm not doing as good with the promotion that I wanted. Right? I really need figure out how to get this promoted more and marketed more and get it out there, get it to the world. I really do. So then I got to figure out how to do that, right? I got to figure out how to do that. So we will, right? We'll figure it out. We'll get there eventually, right? We'll get people showing up in your lives so we can make this an interactive, collaborative kind of conversation, right? But at least now, even if I can't get anybody here, even if I'm still just talking to myself every Thursday at 8, I have a purpose now. Okay? I have a workshop that I need to draft and develop. I have a presentation that I want to perfect and be good at and delivering it. And so from now till March, and then once that starts, um, we're going to be working at it, right? We're going to be trying different meditation scripts, see how they go, and the pacing and the timing there. Especially once the three-part is done, we're going to do the sound bath as part of things, right? So I'm going to be bringing out my singing bowls and working on my sound baths during this space, right? I was planning on doing that tonight to celebrate everything, but then I got out of session late, and it was the whole big thing. That just wasn't going to happen. Um, so work on my sound bowls a lot more, right? We're definitely going to be busting them out and showcasing them. So I got to get better at playing them if I'm going to play that. Right? And it's another brain humming workshop. Right? One that I've done a few times now. We're going to split it into like upper torso chakras, like the head and neck area. Then we're going to do the chest and torso area. And it's going to be a whole body sequence, right? So like kind of building on each other there. There's going to be some meditation and teaching deep breathing stuff at the beginning of it. I got to map that all out. And talking about all this stuff coming up in March actually reminds me that there's a wellness fair again on in January. It happens to be my birthday month. So I gotta get signed up for that. Um, I got to do that. So I don't know if I've showed this on camera on screen yet. What this is my newfangled to-do list system. What I have found is having a yellow notebook that is very visible, very obvious to my eye, and then writing down everything it is that I need to do that I can think about really helps me on the follow through. It makes it visible, it makes it present, it makes it right there so I can't ignore it. And then with my ADHD sessions and stuff like that, because it's right there with the pen, mid-session. Oh, I gotta call this client about that. I gotta do that. Right? It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. It is a system that is really working for me. Really helping me remember all the little things I need to do. Uh, so since I just remembered I have that wellness fair in January, I need to get signed up for. We're gonna put that right here. That how ADHD works. Don't do it right away. Probably not gonna do it. I don't know who out there might need to hear it right now, but hey, put a pop in the freezer. Probably go get it before it's closed. What was I putting on here? Oh, yeah. Register for wellness event in January. Draft presentation for March. Gotta put those two things down. So I need to get them in there. Okay. So I'm just super stoked about that opportunity. I've always wanted to do more, be more. There's only so many people that are going to get here and be here in this office. I think the first sessions like that is a great way to promote this power, right? Is to let people know, hey, this is going on every Thursday. If you like my stuff, if you like this stuff, tune in. Get that wellness on wherever you are, right? It's an awesome thing. It really, really is. Uh, I'm just stoked. I'm just absolutely stoked. I won't be a bullshitter. With the lack of traction that I've been getting with this thing, there's definitely been parts of me that I've been thinking about changing some stuff. There's definitely been parts of me that have kind of maybe thought about not doing it anymore. Right? Definitely thinking about moving into a morning show though. And now, with those presentations, those workshops coming up, we're going to keep working at it. We're going to keep getting the reps in. We're going to keep practicing our prayer. We're going to get good at the meditation, good at the sound baths. We're just going to get good at that shit and make it a time, right? We just are. Super stoked about that. Absolutely super stoked about that. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. I had myself one hell of a weekend. I felt so inspired after winning the election. So inspired, after hanging with my kids, my friends, my wife. I got to do pretty much everything I've been wanting to do in life and one weekend played. All kinds of different forms of entertainment. It was just such an incredible time. It really, really was. And it was all self care, right? All of that was self care. Everything I did this weekend was self care. And sometimes I get lucky like that, and it all happens together. It's a great thing when it works out that way. It really is. And I do think I kind of loaded it up that way in case I didn't win the election, that I wouldn't be able to sit at home and just do right? So it's cool. Kind of turning it into John celebration. Uh, so this is the part of the stream that I usually like to do the coping skill demonstration. Right? I really like to do something here to teach somebody somewhere coping. Right? But I've had a week. I've been doing this since 9 a.m. There is absolutely not a single person watching this live. There's nobody on my TikTok stream. There's nobody on my YouTube stream. I am tired, fat, hungry. So in the name of self-care, right, to prioritize my own mental health over anything else, I'm not going to do a focus demonstration today. I am going to wrap this thing up right here, right now. And bid you all farewell. Right? We will be back at it next Thursday. Right? We do every Thursday. And what I've been loving by that, and I knew that tagline every Thursday is going to have an asterisk next to it at some point. Right? And that's going to be the 27th when it's Thanksgiving. I will not be streaming on Thanksgiving. I will be hanging out and enjoying my family. So we will be skipping a week there. I'm pretty sure Christmas then also falls on Thursday. We'll skip that one as well. Then again, once we get to the New Year's, maybe make this morning show. See how we do about that. Um, Otherwise, yeah, that's it, folks. That's all, folks. We are closing up shop here for today. This is your reminder to please make self-care a choice of your life today. Prioritize your mental health. Make those investments in yourself. It is so super important. We need our mental health now more than ever, right? And we need to always remind ourselves that just because the world is going to shit doesn't mean we've got to go to shit. Right? And one of the things that really helps with that is taking a big breath in with the good shit, and a big breath out with the bullshit. Right? And in my mind, that is the do. I am teaching you guys this week. Take a big breath in, say in your mind or out loud, in with the good shit. Take exhale nice and slow, right? That slow exhale is really what activates that parasympathetic nervous system. Right? Take that nice slow exhale out with the full shit. Right? Oh, look, I got somebody here fine. Isn't life hilarious like that? You know, I'm about to say screw it and log off and be done with this. And now I hear somebody all up on her. That is great. Oh, is that hate? Oh, I want to, that's my hate. I wonder. It's very possible. We're just giving it all kinds of love. I'm just gonna hang out and let the love fest happen. Just wait so I can get on them legs. That shit matters. That is my Hayden. Yeah. Thanks for showing up, man. We are just about done for today. I've been doing this working since 9 a.m. Doing this since 8. I am tired. I hope life is well. I hope things are going good. If you want to see what we were up to tonight, check out my YouTube page. The replay there. Yinzselves Therapist 27. And that is it. That is it. This is signing off. You guys have a good night.